Hello and welcome to Skincare Foundations Part 2, Serums. So last time we talked about the core pieces of a routine, the 3 pieces that should kind of always be there no matter what, and today we're going to talk about serums. They are usually considered the most effective way to treat the skin. The most effective way to deliver ingredients and produce results is through a leave-on serum, at least in my opinion. If you are on a budget and you have to be choosy about where you spend, if you have specific skin concerns that you want to target, serums are probably going to be the best bet for you. And by concerns, I mean like fine lines, wrinkles, texture, acne, hyperpigmentation, all of those things. So serums fall into 6 kind of categories. You've got anti-aging, skin tone evening, hydrating, acne fighting, exfoliating, and reparative. So among these groups, you are going to see some overlapping ingredients because there are some ingredients that just do multiple things. So if you have multiple concerns, it would behoove you to look for an ingredient that targets multiple things so that you can minimize the amount of product you have to spend on. I'll give examples in a bit, but now let's break down the categories, talk about what those titles actually mean. So anti-aging is going to target, maturing skin, fine lines, wrinkles, as well as texture and hyperpigmented spots, etc. This category of serums is going to feature key ingredients like retinoids, vitamin C, niacinamide, ingredients that increase cell turnover as well as collagen production. Skin tone evening ingredients honestly look very similar to anti-aging ingredients. Vitamin C is a very popular one because it has a lot of data surrounding it and there's been a lot of studying done on vitamin C in skincare, but other ingredients help with evening the skin tone such as niacinamide, oxalic acid, etc. Hydrating serums are going to feature ingredients like hyaluronic acid. They're going to be formulations that not only hydrate the skin but help to keep the skin hydrated for longer. Hydrating serums can honestly be beneficial to literally anyone with literally any skin type, but they're going to be particularly beneficial to people who have more dehydrated skin or drier skin. Acne fighting serums are probably most of the time going to feature salicylic acid, which is the gold standard in over-the-counter acne treatment. Exfoliating serums are heavily going to skew towards using AHAs like glycolic acid, lactic acid, though there are more being put on the market that are like PHAs, that are a little bit more gentle, etc. There are a ton of different exfoliating serums out there, but AHAs are the most popular, I think. And then reparative and restorative serums are going to feature ingredients like natural moisturizing factors, ceramides, cholesterols, ingredients that help to build and replenish the skin barrier, which is super duper important for overall skin health. It is absolutely imperative for skin health, actually. It helps keep bacteria out. It helps keep things looking smooth and even. It helps keep your skin balanced and happy. Everyone can use a restorative serum. Just everyone. Anyone with a face. Anyone. Okay, so now that we've talked about the 6 kind of rough categories, which one is best for you? Some actually overlap. So I'm going to talk about skin concerns kind of go along with each category, and then I'm going to talk about overlap. So if you have maturing skin, if your concerns are things like fine lines, hyperpigmentation, uneven skin texture, anti-aging serums are probably going to be your best bet, or skin tone evening serums, because as I'll mention in a minute, there's a lot of overlap in those ingredients. If your main concern is hyperpigmentation but nothing else, skin tone evening serums, obviously. If you can't find one that's directly targeted in that way, an anti-aging serum is going to have similar benefits. Hydrating serums, literally anyone can use, but if you have dehydrated or dry skin and you're looking to help retain moisture in your skin for longer, a hydrating serum is going to be your friend. Now, just be aware, just a note, the primary ingredients used in most hydrating serums can be super drying if you're using them completely on their own. So if you're washing your face and you're just putting on a hydrating serum and going, that can make your skin feel tight and dry just because of the way that those key ingredients work. They work to hold moisture, so they'll draw it from your skin and it'll make your skin feel tight. So make sure that you're using a moisturizer or a lotion over top of that. And if you have dry or dehydrated skin, I probably don't have to remind you of that anyway because you probably feel like you need one. Acne fighting serums are obviously going to be most applicable to people who experience breakouts. Now, if you have clinically diagnosed acne and you have issues managing that on a clinical level, like you've been on prescriptions or you are on prescriptions, over-the-counter acne products are not going to help you that much. I know you don't want to hear that. I personally use prescription acne managing topicals, and those work well for me. And using something with salicylic acid as a supplemental something does help in some way, but it doesn't help all the way. You know what I'm saying? So acne fighting serums are going to be most applicable to people who have, you know, just the odd breakout, who don't like consistently break out all the time or experience deep like cystic type pimples. Anybody can use an exfoliating serum. If your concerns are rough, dull, or flaky skin, this is probably going to be most applicable to you. It helps with texture and just keeping the skin smooth. It's a surface level type of exfoliation. Anybody can use and benefit from an exfoliating serum. Unless you're someone that loves physical exfoliation, combining physical and chemical exfoliation on a long-term basis can be damaging to your skin. And reparative restorative serums are going to be most beneficial to people who have distressed or disrupted skin barriers. Anyone and everyone can benefit from a restorative or reparative serum because your barrier health should be at the forefront of your mind. It should be the absolute most important facet of your skin because it kind of determines the health of your skin overall. Having an intact, healthy, happy barrier will make your skin look healthier and have less issues over time, just generally speaking. You'll have plumper, smoother, happier skin overall. Now let's talk about ingredient overlap. Exfoliating and acne fighting tend to overlap. There are so many blends of AHAs and BHAs out there. AHAs to target that surface exfoliation and BHAs to target that inner pore, so that they overlap often. So if you're looking for something multifaceted, if you want to target your acne and help exfoliate the surface of your skin at the same time, that's a great thing to look for. A good example, Honeymoon Glow, an AHA BHA serum. This also contains counterbalancing ingredients to kind of nourish the skin, so it helps to keep that irritation at bay. Other categories that overlap a lot are anti-aging and skin tone evening. So ingredients like niacinamide, azelaic acid, etc. They have similar benefits. They help encourage collagen production. They help boost cell turnover. They help with smoothness of the skin, evenness of the skin, etc. They overlap a lot because a lot of anti-aging concerns kind of go along with the evenness of your skin tone. So those are multifaceted. You can help treat that hyperpigmentation and even your skin tone while kind of help preventing those premature signs of aging. Retinoids, vitamin C, niacinamide, azelaic acid. Example of how ingredients overlap comes in this Verso product that is available at skinstore.com, which I have a discount code for, which I will put right here, and I'll also put down in the descriptor below. So this is the Verso Daily Glow with retinol 8 and vitamin C. Not only does this contain the retinol 8 and the vitamin C, but it also contains niacinamide, lactic acid. It is a multifaceted product that has a lot of benefits. And beyond that, it has a really beautiful texture and a really beautiful finish. It's kind of luminescent. It gives the skin a nice glow. So this is technically marketed as a light cream, but it has a very serum-like texture and it feels very much like a serum on the skin. It's very lightweight, but you get the benefits of all of these ingredients. It's anti-aging, it's skin evening, it's slightly exfoliating. This is a super multifaceted product, as I mentioned before, where we have that ingredient overlap in all of these serums. So if you want to shop this, you can shop it at skinstore.com. I'll link it down below, as well as my discount code, so you can get a discount. Example of an anti-aging serum. This is the Bare Minerals Phytoretinol Night Concentrate. This is retinoid alternative, so it's going to be a little bit gentler than a regular retinoid. And then an example of a skin tone evening serum is the Color Science Even Up Multi-Correction Serum. Hydrating serums and reparative serums can overlap, but they often don't overlap with any other category. While an anti-aging serum and a skin tone evening serum or an exfoliating serum may contain ingredients that are nourishing and are hydrating, typically those ingredients included in those formulas aren't enough to measure up to these standalone products. So an example of a hydrating serum would be Feeling Good from Pharmacy, and an example of a reparative serum would be Great Barrier Relief from Crave Beauty. And like I said, hydrating and reparative serums can overlap. Sometimes a reparative serum will contain hyaluronic acid. Sometimes a hydrating serum will contain natural moisturizing factors or barrier strengthening ingredients, which I think this one does. But these very rarely overlap with any other treatments or serums. So while you can kind of combine other ingredients into serums and get those cocktail effects, hydrating and reparative serums are usually better left by themselves, especially if you have specific concerns of dehydration or dryness. If your concerns are strictly limited to these other categories and you just want to ensure that you're counterbalancing those ingredients, then the serums alone may suffice. But if you have specific concerns of dehydration or dryness in addition to your other concerns, stick to something individual for targeting, restoration, and hydration. Now, honestly, if you have absolutely no concerns at all, you don't need a serum. I personally have always included serums or treatments of some sort in my routines because I've always had skin concerns. I've never had perfect skin, but there are a lot of people out there who have pretty close to perfect skin. And if that's you, less is more in my opinion. But if that's not you, That's the breakdown of serum categories, how they can overlap, how you can minimize your product usage if you're looking to target multiple things at once, and so on and so forth. If I were to recommend anything to anyone, it would be to include a reparative serum in your routine. Most people gravitate towards more active serums, things like exfoliating serums, anti-aging serums, but I always think that promoting skin barrier health is the best thing that we can do for our skin. So that's my number one recommendation. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.